next guest is a very talented singer and songwriter whose debut album, Dear Amelia, comes out July 8th. It's Ren for short.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
I feel like I should pause when I say that. Ren for short.
It's funny because we were talking about this. I was doing this liner for France, and we were like, let's do it in French because like that would make the 9 years of French that I took worth it. And I was going, c'est Ren for short. And I was like, why am I saying my name so weird right now? Like, and then I got to the point where I just forgot to say my name, and we had this whole debate on how to say my name. But yeah, I understand.
In France.
I mean, in English. It got to the point where it was like in English. I forgot how to say my name.
I thought they were trying to translate for short for you. So
no. Ren cat petite is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Ren for short. But yeah.
That would really confuse people.
I think it would too.
Yeah.
No one would know it.
Do people call you Ren in real life as for short? Is that where this all came from?
Yeah. Well, no one called me Ren before I picked my name. But then they started calling me Ren. Because my name's Lauren Eisenberg. And I was like, I don't really know how.
There's so many different ways to choose a name.
I know, well, exactly. And I didn't like Ren on its own. Because I was like, that's saved for Beyonce, like the one name, thing.
I gotta say, before anything, and we delve into things, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
We're a couple weeks after a big milestone for you.
You don't say happy birthday today. I know.
20.
I actually don't even want to talk about it today because I was talking to my mom today and she was like, you're not a child anymore. And I was like, excuse me, yes I am. I can't even legally drink in the States. I am still a child. Treat me as such. Thank you. Love you.
But you've been living in this grown-up world for quite some time.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. I feel like I've been an adult for a long time.
Do you feel this transition, or have you already crossed that bridge?
I think I already did. I was definitely sad when I turned 20, but it was like, my mom always says like every new year is a blessing, and I'm like, okay, whatever, but sure. So there's like that, I'm like, yay, but also, I mean, I think I had it when I turned 18, when I was like, I'm legally like not a child anymore, and that terrifies me.
18 was a scary
18 was really scary.
Right? But then also liberating as well.
It is in a way. I mean, I'm just scared for after 21 when there's literally nothing to look forward to anymore. Every year it's just
is that what your outlook is in your 20s?
Basically, yeah. Oh, 20s, that like makes me nauseous. I'm still a teenager.
I just mentioned how you've been living in this adult world for quite some time in the music industry. You kind of chose this path.
Yeah.
Were there any inclinations of a plan B at any point?
No. Nope.
Because you started at what, like 11, 13 years old?
Yeah, I started when I was like 13. I didn't start professionally until I was like 16. But yeah, there wasn't really another option for me in my head. There was nothing else I saw myself doing with my life.
What was that transitionary period of, I'm just doing this for fun, I'm going to sing my Jonas Brothers or whoever?
Yeah, I think it was when, honestly, not even when I put my first song out, like I think when I put my second song out, because that's when I was like, oh, this is real, like I'm signing to a label right now and like this is my life. This is crazy. I think that was when, because the first one I was like, oh, like what's gonna happen, But you had a lot of training. I feel like that the adults in your life, your mentors, teachers, had a clue that you can do this. And they kind of maybe hinted every now and then throughout your childhood. Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's always like I was always really into like the arts, and all my teachers when I was in like elementary school were like, you have to do choir, like one day you're to be a superstar or whatever, and I was like, because I would just like be so obnoxious.
Fast forward, all this experience led to a wonderful signing.
Yeah.
Not just any old label.
Yeah.
Your dream label.
Yeah.
Was there a competition? Did you take time to figure out, okay, this is the path that I wanted to take?
I mean, it took me a while. I think it took almost like 8 months to actually sign the deal, because it was like, we made like these spreadsheets, like basically comparing like all these labels, and I was like, where do I want to go? But then, so I originally signed to Geffen, which is part of Interscope. And it was like, if Kurt Cobain was like, yeah, this place is sick, then this place is sick. And but I also loved all the people that were at Interscope, and I was like, oh, I want to be here. And yeah, I definitely think I made the right decision.
I think you did.
Yeah.
You have some wonderful label mates.
Yes, that is true. I do. I really do. That was another thing.
You just mentioned Kurt Cobain, and the influences are just so broad with you.
Yeah.
From Nirvana, Amy Winehouse, the Strokes, and so forth.
Yeah.
Older brothers and peers.
Yeah. In my family, like from when I was younger, we would, my parents would listen to like a lot of Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins, Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, Stevie Wonder, whole thing, and then like NWA, and like there was just always like a really wide range of music in my house. And then I remember my brother Johnny, who's like 2 years older than me, showed me this acoustic cover of Crying Lightning by Arctic Monkeys. And this was when I was in like 6th grade. And I was like, this is amazing. And that's when I learned who the Arctic Monkeys were. And I was like, oh, that's your influence you had on me. Thank you. And same with Tyler, the Creator. Like, so, I mean, just being like having all, like I'm really close with my family, and like having all of them have, you know, their music that they like made it like, it just expanded my music taste.
Yeah.
Grammatically correct.
How do you think that your sound has evolved taking all those influences? Because you have a couple of EPs under your belt. You have this debut album, which I've been able to listen to and has a broad range of sounds, but also has elements of those first 2 EPs.
Yeah.
And initially when you came out, at some point you or somebody described your music as bubblegum grunge.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, no, I think there's a little more to it than that.
Yeah. I think there is too. I mean, I struggle to put a label on what kind of music I make. I think a lot of...
To follow up on that, less about how you described it and more about the influences or the artists that informed and shaped.
Yeah.
Is it kind of song by song, or?
I think it is song by song. I think certain projects are more inspired by different artists, if that makes sense. Like the album's like really inspired by the Strokes, and like the first EP, Teenage Angst, for me was like inspired by Nirvana. And like, I don't know, I think paying homage to those people in a different, like, you know, making something different, but like having elements of like them in it is cool. At least for me, I like to do that.
I talked about how you already have a couple EPs under your belt.
Mm-hmm.
This debut, to me, is a strong debut.
Thank
You talked about the Strokes.
Yeah.
I'm going to hone in on Julian.
Yeah.
Manhattan. I had that on repeat literally for half an hour because I love the Strokes.
Yes.
And I love all the hints about the Mets and so forth.
Yeah.
Tell me about the origin on that.
Well, I was really I go through like phases. So like 1 month I'll be obsessed with George Harrison, and 1 month I'll be obsessed with Nirvana, and so on and so forth. That month I was really obsessed with the Strokes, and I happened to be writing the debut album. So I was like, I'm gonna write a song about Julian because I love him so much, and I want it to sound Strokesy. I don't know, I was like obsessed with that sound. I always am, but like the double time kind of just Strokesy, like it's just such a sound. So I just...
Was that written over the course of the last 2 years?
Yes, it was written like probably 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were still kind of in isolation?
Yeah, exactly.
And just with your thoughts?
Exactly, yeah. And I was like, I want to write a song as if Julian Casablancas was my friend, which he's not. If you're hearing this, Julian, hit me up. But
have you ever seen him live?
No, in Australia though this summer we're gonna see him live, and I'm so excited.
You also have a lot of collabs on there, and you
Yeah.
brought in names like Alexander 23, Travis Barker that we just got, but also Jake Bugg,
Yeah, my boy.
who I'm a big fan of as well.
You are?
Yes,
We're best friends.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No, we're best friends.
Oh, we're.
Yeah.
I thought this was
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
friend.
No.
Julian and Jake.
Yeah. Jake Bugg is Jake Bugg and Bon Iver are the first artists that I found on my own that I like when I was like 14 that I really loved and just like have listened to until today, like every song ever. And we wrote the song Let You Down, which he's featured on, and me and my producer that I work with and worked with on the song, Jeff Hazen, really bonded over Jake Bugg at first because we both loved him a lot. And we said, we're not writing a second verse, it's for Jake Bugg. And we were like, it's so far-fetched, but like, we're just gonna not write the second verse. And the other writers were like, can we just write the second verse? Like, you can't not write a second verse. And we were like, no, it is not happening, not today, thank you. So we left it open, and like a couple of months went by, didn't think of the song really ever again. And my manager called me and he was like, there's an update of Let You Down, like check it out. And it makes me cry. And I opened it and my verse was over, and then Jake Bugg started singing, and it was like, literally like couldn't feel my legs. I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I wasn't normal ever again. I wasn't the same. I never was the same after that. And I messaged him and I was like, yo, like, thank you. Like, wow. And
it's so fascinating to hear how these collaborations occur.
Yeah.
They literally just surprised you with it.
Yeah.
You had no inkling,
no idea.
Heads up at all.
No. But I was like, this is the best way I could have figured out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. I called all my friends and I was like, we will
Did you FaceTime together? Did you have a chance to
meet
in person at all?
No, we didn't. But hopefully when I'm in London, we can meet. But I did say to my manager, I was like, I don't really know if I want to meet him because like I literally, like when I say I literally love him so much, he's one of those people that I'm like, I wouldn't even really want to meet him because I literally love him so much.
It's one of those you never want to meet your heroes.
Exactly. And he to me is like one of my heroes. So.
Noted.
Very cool.
Well, congratulations on this album.
Thank you.
It is fantastic.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time and really looking forward to what you have coming up. And
thank you. Thank you for
you have a bright future ahead.
No, thanks.
We're best friends now.
Yeah, no, we literally are.
I'm going to take you to a Strokes show.
Yes!
She's Ren for short, right here on B-Sides.